Hello everyone. I just want to give a huge thank you to Rogue JV for making the YouTube logo. She is a wonderful artist and a great supporter of the channel. You can find her TikTok and her Twitch in the link below. So yet again, thank you Rogue JV for the creation of the YouTube logo, and let's get to the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, my name is Tordis with Developing with Tordis. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install your own FiveM cars, or if you just want to add in one car for your FiveM server. So there's two things you want to do. You want to go to GTA5-mods.com and you want to go to OpenIV or open4.com. Make sure you have this downloaded in order to open what it's called a DLC.rpf. This is the only software you can use for that, so make sure you download this before you do anything. After you download that, you can go over to GTA5mods.com. You can find any vehicle that you want. Make sure it's an actual vehicle and not a sound. If you want, you can click over here and then do versions, or what you can do is click on car, and then you'll see a lot of cars right here. But today I'm going to be doing a Ford GT Mustang 2018. So before I get into actually developing it, if you guys want, you guys can hit that like button down below. Much appreciated. All support means a lot to me to grow the channel and also grow the community, as it already has over 600 Discord members. It is amazing. So hit the like button, subscribe down below. It is completely free and it takes not even 3 seconds. So back with this, you want to click on download and then click on download again. You will need 7-zip or Winrar for this. I will leave the links in the description down below. The next thing you want to do is click on open file, and then you will see this. What you want to do is you can minimize this now. Right click on your desktop, click new folder, and then name it the spawn code of the car. So this one's FMGT18. Press enter and then open this up. Once you open this, right click new text document and then two underscores resource.lua, and then just press enter once that pop-up arrives, and then click a new folder, name it stream. As always, I will go as slow as possible and make things as simple as possible and explain everything for everyone. For the people who are just starting out to the people who are a little more sophisticated in this, but still don't really quite understand what's going on. So what you want to do is you want to make a subfolder in the main folder right here. Make it stream and also make a resource Lua. Again, it's __ resource.lua. You will have a pop-up saying, do you want to change file format? It could go corrupt. Press yes or just press enter. You may minimize this, but I'm going to put this on my second monitor just to clean up space. After you do that, you want to open OpenIV. The first time you open it, it will prompt you to make a file location. All you have to do is just find where your GTA 5 directory is. For me, it's on another drive. So if we go to that drive real quick, it will be under my games, under Steam library, Steam apps, common, and here it is, right here, GTA 5. And then all you have to do, copy this down, put it into the directory, and you are all set. But I don't have to do that since I already did it. So once you're done with that, you want to click on Windows, and then you want to click on Browse, and then click Select Folder. Continue. You can click Continue, and it will start. Once it is done starting, it might take a little bit your first time. It just all depends on what your computer is capable of and how fast it is. If you like to have an SSD, you're completely fine. So this takes a little bit to start. In the meantime, what you can do is click on this folder right here, and then you'll see a DLC.rpf. If you have 7-zip, you will drag this to your desktop, and it will show up in a few seconds. There we go. Now you can close out of this. All right, this is OpenIV. The first thing you want to do is click edit mode, yes, and then go to if you have not installed this, click on ASI Manager and install everything that you see that has not been installed. If none of these are installed, you want to click install just so nothing is broken down the road or something doesn't work. After that, you can click close. Now, since you have this done, you can take this DLC RPF, drag and drop it into this open space on the left side where the file directories are located. And then at the bottom, it will drag everything down. You'll see the DLC.rpf. The first thing you want to do is, if you have your folder minimized, you want to open it up, drag this over to your side. I keep these on separate sides so it doesn't overlay when I click in between. And then just make sure you have everything like this, just to make things a lot easier. The first thing you want to do is go into Common, Data, and then you see all these. You want every single .meta. And then go to AI, and then go Vehicle Layouts.meta. And then just drag and drop. And then you want to go into Levels, GTA 5, and Vehicles.meta. Drag it all in there. If there is no .meta, you will not most likely have most of these. The ones you want to have is handling .meta and your resource Lua. If it is a replacement car, which you can replace, you will only have a handling .meta and most likely a vehicles, but you will keep the stream folder. And then all you gotta do is in here, back out twice until you see x64 common and then content setup. And then you want to click on x64. You want to go to data, you want to go to levels, GTA 5, and then you want to check all these folders to see if there's anything. For this one, there is a lot of files, so what you want to do is Control A, hold Control and press A, and just drag and drop it into your stream folder. You want to put all YFTs, YTDs, and all of that into your stream folder. As soon as you're done with that, you want to go into your vehicles, vehicles.rpf, and then this is your main files. Just drag it in. If it says replace, just click replace. If there's a pop-up that says there's merging files, do you want to replace or delete, click replace. All right, so now you are done with that. You may close out of this. Now what you want to do is go into your server. So I'm going to go into games. I'm going to go into my server, and then I'm going to make a new file named open bracket cars close bracket. Make sure it is in brackets or it will not read, your server will not read it. And then press enter. If you are Windows 10, it's the same thing, but it will basically be the same thing. But Windows 11 is a lot simpler. And also, if you want to rename anything, you can just click that and then click this A button or click properties. Click more, click show more options, and then it will show rename right there. So with that being said, you go into cars, the new folder you made, and then just drag and drop that into the folder and make sure all of the files are in here, as you can tell. Once that is fully done transferring, you would go to your desktop, right click that folder, and now you can delete it. Congratulations, you are halfway done. All we have to do now is start the resource in the server config and start up your server and test out the vehicle. But before we do that, you can delete all the files that you downloaded previously. All you need is this folder in your root server. Now, since you've done that, you want to back out twice, go to your server config, open that up, and then I'll make a new section called cars. Make sure there's a hashtag here or else your server will read it as a resource and it will say could not find resource cars. So make sure you have a hashtag. This basically, so this doesn't read it. If you don't have a hashtag, it'll be white. If you have Visual Studio Code, but you can use Notepad++ or just regular Notepad for this. But I prefer Visual Studio Code just for the color coordination, just to make things a lot easier. All right, once you're done with that, all I do is just drag it here. I go back into my resources, and then I find the spawn code for the car. The file name should always be the spawn code unless you already know the spawn code. But for today, what we're going to do is put the spawn code in. So you want to type in start, and then it's FMGT18. and then Control S, or you can do File, Save. Control S is a lot simpler. All right, you now have it in the server, so every time you start up your server, you will see that this has started. If you do not see if it says could not find or failed to start, make sure you have your resource Lua in there. But if it still doesn't say that, that means you have no files in here whatsoever. You will need all of these files, the YTD, the YFT, and all of that. So since we're done with that, you may now close out of this, and you may also close out of this, and I will be back when the server is fully open. All right, so we're not in FiveM yet, but all you want to do is make sure you see started resource FM GT18 or whatever car you add in. The process is very similar. If you want to put in any vehicle, you can put it unlimited, but the more vehicles or resources you add, the higher specs you will need for your computer. I am currently using 16 gigabytes of RAM, so I am perfectly fine to run this server and even have at least 20 people play it, and including I can play it as well. But I have my own dedicated game server in my room, so I run it on that, and it's completely fine. So all you gotta do is just make sure everything's started, and you will be done. So now just open up FiveM. If it has to update, let it update right now. I'm recording this on December 19th, so there is a FiveM update that was released. I will close all of this out. Make sure you have the cfx.re server open at all times when you want the server on. I'm going to minimize that now. We are now in FiveM. Let me back out of that. Don't know what that is. And then all you gotta do is click on your LAN server. And I did play on Impulse 99 a while ago, probably like 3 weeks ago, just to do a little truck driving. That's why it said I was out of date. All right, once this is done downloading, you may click on your server again. If it does not show it, just restart your server and it should show. Or you can do your local host, which is 1.0.0. Or you could just do 19198. Just do whatever your IPv4 address is with the port. Let's wait until this defers connection, and I'll be right back when I'm in the server. All right, we are now loading into the server. As you can tell, I don't have a loading screen. I will make a video on how to make a free loading screen within, I would say, a few weeks. I will not be posting the Christmas break because I will have to work a lot. So I will try my best. I want everyone to have a great Christmas and not develop at all. Or if you want to, go ahead, but just spend time with family, have family gatherings, and all that. So I won't be posting that week, but the week after that, I'll be posting 2 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. So now we are in the server, and if you want, you can go to that and then go to spawn vehicle. The spawn code is FMGT18. Spawn it in, and since that didn't work, all you gotta do is go to this. You want to go to your games. You want to go to your TX data, and then find your resource, and make sure it is the right spawn code. FMGT18. All right, so apparently, let me actually start it real quick. So apparently it has started. So what happens sometimes is it doesn't show the proper, it won't start normally, but trust me, this will work most of the time. And if you want to, you can add it to the VMenu, which I will show you now. All you gotta do is back out twice, go into your VMenu, go into config, addons.json, and then go here, go to vehicles. After that, go into vehicles, and then FMGT18, and then save it. That's all you gotta do. If you want to add more vehicles, just copy this. Make sure you have a comma at the end of every single one of them, except for the last one. So that is done. You want to close out of that, and then what you can do is restart your VMenu. It will say it might crash your server, but it is completely normal. But once you do see that it is restarted by doing that, you can go to vehicle spawner, add on vehicles, and then unavailable, as you can tell. So I did something wrong on my end. So if that happens, just try again. Try removing some files and see. It's just trial and error. But as you can tell, it did not work for me. This might happen sometimes with your vehicles. I'll have to fix this later in the week. So with that being said, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again for viewing the video and taking time out of your day to learn how to add in cars. Thank you again to RogueJV for the logo creation of the channel, and have a great rest of your week.